Happy Tuesday, everybody. I just want to make sure I'm live. Great. Okay. So before I jump in, I want to just say, Paula, I know you wanted a tour of the house. Now, I think you meant my Ottawa home, but in case you didn't, I am going to do a tour. It's still on my list, but I felt inspired to talk about this subject today because I was just returning from Vegas, therapist in the car, and we started talking about immunity to change. And it's a huge benefit to some people. So I want to jump in straight away and unpack today's topic. So this is targeted to people. If you've ever felt that you know what to do, you want to do it, but for some reason there's this other part of you that's sabotaging your plans, I want you to know that you're not alone. This shows up all the time. You're doing great, and then life hits hard, a loss, stress, craving, a grief, and then suddenly the routines that worked before don't work anymore. Then you try harder, you push, you judge yourself, shame gets involved. It's kind of a shit show, really. There's a framework to address this from Harvard researchers, Lisa Lahey and Robert Kegan. It's called Immunity to Change. And this framework or process explains why intelligent, motivated people get stuck. And it's not because of willpower, it's because of conflicting goals, and they're often subconscious. Think of it like this: part of you wants to feel better, get results, and the other part is, I don't want to be exhausted. I don't want to feel disappointed again. I don't want to fail. Um, so I'm going to share a client story with you. We will call her Kim. And she did really well. She was 260, 80, somewhere in that vicinity. She lost weight and got to 200. And I started to notice a pattern. She'd hit 200 and then she would balloon back up quite rapidly, actually, to 210. And I noticed this 2 or 3 times. And we started talking about it. And I asked her if she would help me test this new principle that I found, or roadmap. And she agreed. So we start out. So the first thing you do is I say, okay, Kim, what are your goals? Well, I want to lose weight. Okay, you write that in column one. Column two, what are you doing or not doing that is detrimental to that goal? Well, one of her big things was she ordered junk food, ordered takeout, ate a lot of junk food. Okay, and there were other things too. But then we go, okay, to the next question. What is your biggest fear of not doing what you told me in column two? What is your biggest fear of not eating a lot of junk food? And it takes her by surprise. And then she says to me, what if it's something else? What is something else? Well, she explains, my mom was very judgmental of me, didn't like me. What if I lose all the weight and she still doesn't like me? You guys, both of us cried. She didn't expect to say that. And I mean, it was a longer conversation. We're peeling back onions and talking about things, and she'd give me kind of BS answers, and I'd sort of poke her to get to the deeper thing. So I'm taking a very bird's eye view almost of what happened. But the big thing was that it comes out that she's worried her mother still won't like her if she loses weight. People, no meal plan, no workout plan is going to solve that. Like, we had to address this subconscious belief system. And I've done it with a number of clients, and some of them, like, once we get to that point, most people will go and talk to a therapist. Like, that gets outside the scope of what I can do. I've done it for myself. It is an amazing process, you guys. There's books on it, a lot of research behind this, and since the 1960s. But this is why inconsistency doesn't mean that you don't care. It doesn't mean that you don't want it. It might be your nervous system trying to keep you safe and protect you from something. So if you feel like you're stuck in this push and pull and you don't know how to figure it out, you're not alone. So I'm going to give you two resources. One is a video. It's Kegan, Michael Kegan, is speaking to, and he does a much better. He's got a sense of humor, and he kind of explains the process much better than I can, you guys. And then I'm going to attach the roadmap, and you can work through these questions on your own. Um, Next week, I'll either get on and talk about my own roadmap, or I might go into next step. Like once you fill out your roadmap and you've identified these big assumptions, how do you address them? How do you change your belief system? So I'll do one of those two things. And if you have a request, please let me know. But I hope this helps somebody today. I hope you know that you're not broken, you're not unmotivated, you're just human. And your nervous system could be trying to protect you. And so once you understand, what's underneath, then you can move forward in your life. And so I hope this helped. Tag me if you've got questions, and I will see you next week.